So what's poppin' pins? It's your girl Jistria and I am Baked. And today you guys we're gonna be doing baked thoughts with me. And yeah, so I have these flashcards that I made like a couple of months ago. And I know if I don't talk about them now, I'm not gonna do them. So while I'm baked, we're gonna see what ideas held up and what ideas didn't held up and what my stance was on them. Cause to be completely honest, I just wanted to make a YouTube video and I found these cards I had. And I was like, you know what, I think it's about time, I give it to y'all, like the tea and like what's up. And so yeah. So while I'm baked, it's gonna be like some story times, a little bit of something. So follow along with me as I go on this journey because why not? So we're gonna talk about an ex-friend story time, y'all. I got so many ex-friends, it's fucking ridiculous. So I don't know if y'all, so for my OG oh my gosh, I'm gonna do this one. So for my OG fans, for the people who've been here since like, I think I started like actually making videos in 2017. So for the people who've been here since 2017, y'all know that girl who I used to always hang around with, and she used to like be in my vlogs and stuff. One of them was my ex-girlfriend and one of them was my ex-best friend. So mind you, this girl got me set up with the plug. Okay, so boom, we in Miami, period. Let's go there. We in Miami, and we was like I was in college at the time, and so we in Miami, and me and a homegirl, like, class over, like, we outside of class and stuff like that. So, we chilling, having a good time. So, she see these dudes, and old boy is, like, trying to fuck on her, but he trying to fuck on me, too. So, I guess she ain't giving it up, and I guess she, like, tried to use me, like, as the scapegoat. And I figured it out, because he dropped everybody else off and told me that he could either take me home, but I would have to wait for him at the location, and he would take my phone and everything else, and he'd come back, or I had to find my own way back home. And I had to find my own way back home that day. But before then, old boy had ended up robbing the plug and doing a bunch of illegal shit. So boom, bam, clam. Let's get into it. So it was like right after psych class, because I remember this because I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe like we got this big ass like paper to do. And mind you, I had been bullshitting on my paper, and my professor knew I could do better, so he gave me a fucking F. So let me tell y'all, this is part of the reason why I dropped out of college, okay? So y'all, I'm lazy, okay? Let's just be honest. Like, when it comes down to like education shit, like if I know the class gonna be easy, I don't really put too much effort in. So mind you, like I study and shit, but like as far as like putting like my best foot forward, especially if I already know the shit and it's not nothing new and I'm paying attention and you still not like, bro, like it's just like it's what you call like it was like one of them classes that's like, it's like if you in the 12th grade and you know your ABCs and the motherfucker like, okay, we finna go back to the alphabet, you're gonna be like whatever, like fuck the alphabet. So basically I was like fuck this shit, cause mind you, like I had already done study and read the stuff, and it had even pulled more stuff out, and he was like, oh, I didn't know the whole class was there, and the class was getting mad at me, so I just started to shut up, cause when you smart and you like, I'm like, if they ain't gonna challenge me, I might as well. So the man gave me an F on my paper because he said that he knew that I had just threw it together. And I said, was it like a good throw together or bad? He was like, it was a really great throw together. He was like, honestly, I just want you to go more deep because I feel like this is what you call it. So mind you, I was mad about that. And she was like, girl, fuck it. She was like, have you ever like smoked weed before? Mind you, I'm like, girl, I ain't never smoked before. All this other stuff, y'all. I was scary. Y'all, when I say I was scary, so mind you, we went to the food court, and the dude that she was with, his name was, fuck, I can't say his name because I feel like he's still watching me to this day, and I don't really want a nigga on my ass, so we just gonna call him Steve. So Steve was like, okay, don't worry about it, I'm gonna pay for y'all shit. So Steve paid for her shit and my shit, so I still had to come out of pocket on my end. So mind you, her and Steve flirting and shit, so I'm feeling like a third wheel and shit. So Steve like, oh, I got a homeboy for her, don't worry about it. Steve homeboy did not show up, and then old girl was like, oh yeah, I told you like we together. And I was like, I don't really know like what freak nasty shit they got going on. So Steve dropped her off at one place, and he was like, "Oh, I want you to stay at another place." And I was like, "No, you're not gonna like separate me from like her." And then I was like, "Just drop me off by the train station." So y'all, I literally had to find my way home because Steve had drove. Steve had like literally tried to. Steve had drove us like from the place. And so Steve was like, "Man, I'm just playing with y'all. I would never do that to y'all." No, hold up. This was before that. So in between the part that really got me fucked up was the fact that in the middle of like him taking, before we even got to the part where he was supposed to be taking us home, we got to the point where I said I wanted to cut the day short, and that's when he got this attitude. But before that happened, so after we left the food court, Steve had came and picked us up. Steve was like, "Are we supposed to have another friend coming over for me?" And I was like, I'm not really interested in stuff like that. Mind you, at the time I was with my ex-fiance. Well, my ex-husband, he was my fiance at the time, so I was like, I'm really not interested. So mind you, we're going out and we're having a good time. So the girl, she was like smoking and shit. I ain't never been high before that. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I started smoking weed when I became a teacher. Believe it or not, I became a teacher and started smoking weed. Ass backwards. I know. So mind you, we get there, right? So mind you, I need a name. We're gonna call her Lily. So Lily came up, and it was Lily and Steve. They was in the front seat, and I'm in the back seat. And Lily was like, Lily was having like Steve touch on her, and I was like, "Oh, okay, maybe I'm in the wrong thing." So mind you, Lily talking about something. She whispered in his ear like I couldn't hear her. She's talking some, "Yeah, I'ma do if you get me and my homegirl some food because I want to show her a good time. Like if you gonna try to fuck her, you gotta treat her nice." So mind you, he like, "Oh, you don't never smoke?" He like, "You ain't never smoked before, right?" So mind you, Lily knew this no plug was like a little Hispanic dude, right? So Lily, cause Lily looked like she mixed, but she not mixed, she just light skinned. She was just like, "Okay, cool." She came in and Lily was, Lily went up to the plug to go like buy a 3-5. She say, "Oh," she say, "Oh, I thought it was gonna be free this time." So the plug was like, so mind you, so cause Lily used to, you know what I'm saying? And I didn't really know what she was talking about getting free weed. So the dude was like, "Nah, you can't do that right now. My girl is." So she left. So Lily didn't get the shit. So Steve went up to the plug and was like, "Oh." So Steve went up to the plug and say, Lily just told me like, I thought she was gonna be able to get it." And so he was like, "Oh, it's gonna be 40 still." And so like they arguing, and the plug say, "Nigga, I said it's 40." And he said, so Steve, cause Steve black, Steve say, "Who the fuck you calling a nigga?" And then they both get into it, and they about to start tussling and fighting, and I'm thinking I'm about to die, like it's gonna be a shootout or something. So Steve pull out the blicky on the plug and got it at his temple. And Steve said, "Give me 2 reasons why I shouldn't kill you right now, your homeboys." So mind you, I didn't know this shit. I didn't notice it at first. But Steve had his homeboys, and mind you, it wasn't like the plug didn't have his sticker, like his group out. It was just like, it kind of looked like a movie. Like Steve had like his niggas all around already, and they was just sitting there waiting, and they like pulled the gun out talking about something, "Come on, because it could be a war over nothing." So they robbed the plug and they took all his money. So I think they took like 5, like he had like 5, just they like. So what Steve did was like, Steve had Steve had some of the niggas go inside the house. All I heard was boom, 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 like shots and shit. And then they came out, and then they took the money from the plug and everything else, and they told the plug like, "If it's up, it's up, and remember that shit," and it stuck. So mind you, Steve rocked the plug, and I don't want to say nothing because I ain't see what happened on the inside, but I think Steve, some niggas Like, had niggas, you know what I'm saying? So, mind you, I'm scared, you know what I'm saying? They done route the plug. He say, oh, let's just go to the store. And mind you, I remember it because it was like the little watermelon little thing, like with the little smile shit. It's almost racist. And it's like on a green can. And it's like the little watermelon thing. And it's really, really good. So, mind you, I had got that. And Steve was like, okay, cool. So, you know, you already done took one of my gifts. Right? And I'm like, okay, like, you know, Lily said, you know, X, Y, and Z. Steve said, Lily fucking for that. Mind you, Lily talking about some girl, he just joking, let her eat. So mind you, I'm hungry and shit. So, you know, I'm eating. He's talking about some, oh, that's pussy at the end of that. And I'm like, for a box of pizza and a soda, bitch. So Lily get dropped off, right? So after Lily get dropped off, dude, like, it's just me and him, and he being a creep. And I'm like, this bitch done left me. All of a sudden, this nigga park in front of a house and say, you can either come out or you can go to walk to the thingy. And I said, I'm not from here. Can you just drive me over there? This man said, oh man, it's just a 30-minute walk, bro. You bitches is too much. And so mind you, I'm getting scared now because I gotta go home. I gotta do my homework. Mind you, I gotta redo this paper for my class. I know you like, girl, you thinking about a paper and a nigga got you here. Yes, okay. So I'm like trying to get my money. I'm trying to get everything together, right? Like trying to get my mind together. I sit there and I'm just chilling in that place. And I'm thinking to myself, like, okay, cool, it's not that bad. Like, whatever. Like, so mind you, I'm like, I'm gonna have to call my goddaddy and I don't wanna have to call a police officer out here. And mind you, once I said police officer, he dropped me off to the station. Mind you, before like the whole entire ride, he was like, oh, you can stay at this location and whoop whoop whoop, yada yada yada. I didn't fuck with him after that whole like day, like especially after you ride, like after I plug, bitch, like I was traumatized and I was stuck because I couldn't just up and leave because like it was a bunch of, and I like, oh, why didn't you just up and leave? Like, bruh, for it to be just me, her, and him and like another nigga, because another nigga had came in there, like mind you, when he dropped off Lily or whatever, Lily went with the other dude, so it's just me and him in a car. And I'm trying to protect Lily or whatever. Yeah, but Lily was, you know, most definitely, okay. Anyways, so he was like, man, fuck it. So he stopped like having shit to say to me. So afterwards or whatever, the next day he came back to the campus and he was like, oh, you don't want to come with me and Lily, do you? And I was like, nah, I'm good. So mind you, Steve kept on like keeping track of me, and I like slowly tried to stop hanging around Lily. And the reason why I stopped hanging around Lily is because it's like, bitch, you put me in danger. Like, this man literally shot the plug and rocked the plug, and then Lily was like, I didn't know he was gonna do that, all this other stuff. And then what made me realize that Lily was a liar and she knew exactly what he was gonna do is because like she literally said that time, some girl, this ain't the first plug I done robbed. Like, relax. This ain't the first plug I done robbed. So, girl, relax. Y'all, I thought that was so bum-ish. I was like, that's bum behavior. That's broke bitch behavior. Like, why would you do that? And then you put me in danger. Like, bro, I could have died that night. So literally after she said that shit, like, I slowly like started finding reasons not to be around her. And then she was like, oh, if you were the square ass bitch, just say that. Bitch, you're not gonna pimp me, bitch. You're not gonna pimp me. And I done ran into many of pimps. Speaking of running into many of a pimps, a pimp tried to pimp me. He tried that shit. And I was like, nah, but that's cute. You can take me to my house though. And he was like, I like you. You smart. I ain't gonna pimp you. I ain't even gonna, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah. And I was like, yeah, your girl has been a little dangerous fucker. Oh. I do dangerous shit all the time. And I know y'all gonna be like, why do you do dangerous shit? Sometimes I just be putting shit, bro. I don't even know. I don't even be knowing. So the next thing I want to talk about is anime. I want to think this is anime. I want to think that I've put anime. I don't know. So we're gonna. Sometimes I just write shit fast. Judge your mother, not me. So animes that I am watching. Would y'all want to see me like review animes that I watch? Because I'm a real big ass nerd. I'm not gonna hold y'all. I'm like the nerdiest bitch ever, like on earth. Like if there is like a thing for learning, bitch, I'm like, ooh, I want to know. Like I'm telling y'all. I literally got stuck on YouTube one day because I literally sat there and I saw a video on how to make like, I'm not gonna hold y'all. So one day I want to learn how to make edibles, so I went on YouTube. Yeah, I went from like how to make canna Rice Krispie treats to a compressor to THC to how there's a difference between THC and Delta 8 and Delta 9, how there's a thing called Delta 10, and how marijuana has its effects. And somehow I went there and somehow I got to the place where I realized that Christmas was not really Christmas. Don't ask me how I got there. Just know I got there, and I know a lot more shit than I should now about things that I think that I have a different take on it. You know what I mean? So I feel like I'm still team fuck them kids. Oh, and speaking of which, that's the next one. Hashtag team fuck them kids. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm just having fun. I'm not excited. I'm having fun. Fuck your mother. Fuck your mother. Oh my gosh. I've been watching so many horror films, y'all. Because I'm like, fuck your mother for no reason. I might be scared. That's the wrong one. I really honestly want to go back to Michigan again. I'm going to get back to Team Fuck Them Kids, but I really want to go up the road to Michigan again because, y'all, okay. But hashtag Team Fuck Them Kids. As a proud TT, I will not be, having any kids. My brother has enough kids for me to be a proud TT for. I love to hear him talk about his kids. Shiloh, Shamir, very ghetto names. I love them for them. It's beautiful black ghetto name, as I love black ghetto love. I love to see it. I really wish they would have worked together, which brings me out to single parenthood. To single parenthood and baby mamas, because I don't know why I was talking about kids and parents and baby mamas and shit like that, but as a black woman who don't want kids, I refuse to let a nigga baby mama me. I will baby daddy a nigga so fast. I'm telling y'all right now. And I know y'all like, what do you mean? If there was a situation that I could not get out of and I had to have this nigga kid, I would give up my parental rights and I would make that nigga a single parent. And before y'all say, oh my gosh, that is the worst thing ever, y'all, I taught kids for like 7 years. And as much as I want to say that I would love to have a couple of little fuckers underneath me, I know they're expensive. I worry too much. My anxiety will go through the fucking roof. And on top of that, you guys, to be truthful, I can't have kids. So even if I wanted to have kids, I couldn't have kids. And I think that is an amazing thing because niggas have been trying to trap me for fucking years. And to me, I feel like it's very ghetto. Every time I tell a man I can't have kids, he takes it as a personal challenge to try to impregnate me. So that's why I just keep my mouth shut on things like that. But no, like, my doctor told me I couldn't have kids. I know I probably can have kids because the shit I use to detox my punani. But these days, I've been having less and less sex because you niggas are corny. And I cannot pretend that I like you guys enough to, get in them draws. I was literally looking at my sinking link because he is disgusting. Y'all, because I don't know if he's watching. But yeah, when it comes down to the whole baby mama culture, even if I could have kids, I still wouldn't even want to have kids. I kind of seen the toll that it took on my brother. I seen the toll it took on my family. I've seen it in healthy households, unhealthy households. And honestly, I want to be selfish. And with me being selfish, I kind of like that for me. And I kind of enjoy somebody not needing my emotional support. Because I ain't going to hold y'all, I'm bipolar. That's another part of the reason why I want to have kids. Like, why do I want to bring another little bipolar fuck into this world? And then before y'all be like, oh my gosh, you're making fun of the stigma. I'm a fucking bipolar depressive manic bitch. Okay? I have bipolar depression, bitch. With a mania, bitch. And you honestly think it's seasonal. But if you honestly think I want to bring a child into the world, like, y'all, because you never know, like, people don't know it. Like, to be completely honest, my dad is a schizo. Okay, my dad is a schizo. My grandma's a bipolar depression. No, she knows she has major depressive order, but it's not bipolar. She's not bipolar. They just fucking get it. She's just depressive as fuck, and she's narcissistic. And so, like, I have all these fucking genetic traits in me. Trauma could easily unleash all of that, so I could be raising my child perfectly fine and healthy, and something, ooh, that was scary. And then something could, like, just come in and traumatize my child, and the next thing you know, she's unstable. And it's not that I wouldn't love her, but I wouldn't want her to go through like the same things that I go through. Like, because sometimes when I'm having like a really manic episode, it's not fun. And people are like, oh my gosh, it's fun. Like, yeah, the mania is fun, like when it's up there, but when I'm down, and that shit is ugly. It's not cute. It's not even like remotely cute. And sometimes, like, when you want to cry for no reason, like having outbursts, like, that shit's not fun. And for me, I won't want nothing to trigger her. And seeing that I'm gonna marry a black man or black woman, I really want a fucking girlfriend. You know, black, and I expect to have black children. It ain't getting no better. You know what I'm saying? When the rest of them part, and I ain't got time to be, well, mommy's this, and then I gotta. I can't be niggerly. Oh my gosh. Because I love being ghetto. I love doing ghetto shit. I love it. And when you got kids, you just can't do that shit. And me being a better being a baby mama just isn't it, bruh. Like, it's just, and then y'all judge mothers harshly. And it's not that I care. But I would be a ain't shit baby daddy. And like, if I had to choose, like, I would purposely, like, I probably wouldn't give my parents the rights, but I'd be like, you know, they might have to stay with them. I'll pay child support, bruh. Like, put me on child support. Because what y'all don't know about child support is that if you voluntarily put yourself on child support, the judge will be more lenient with you. And on top of that, like, child support don't even take that much money out, and they only go like off your yearly income. So like, let's say when you first get on child support, you working at McDonald's and you're making $12 an hour, you really probably gonna have to pay like what, $180 a month, maybe $300, $600 maybe at the max, depending on how many kids you got with that bitch. Cool, right? Cool. But let's say like you go to another place and then you start making $20 an hour. Unless your baby mama goes like to, or your baby daddy goes to the place and they ask for an adjustment, like literally in that process for an adjustment even takes time and stuff like that. And most times they're not, like, they might make a slight adjustment, but the adjustment won't be no much better. So like, let's say you only get 180, they might be like, all right, we just gonna make you pay $60 more and all this other stuff. Especially if that other, oh my gosh, I will make my baby that, I know my baby will be mad because parenthood is hard. I had to be second mommy to kids in my class, and as much as I want to say, oh, you wasn't I was with them kids for majority of my days, baby. Okay, it was tough. Anyways, next topic, sugar daddies. Sugar daddies. I think that I really think it's more splendid daddies and scammers than sugar daddies these days. And I thought I wanted to talk about it, but I don't. I really honestly don't feel like talking about it. I feel like that's something that I'm gonna start paying and teach, cause y'all bitches don't appreciate a good hoe. Y'all don't appreciate my whole knowledge I've dropped for free for the years. So I gotta charge, you know what I mean? So if you wanna know how to be a successful sugar baby, I can point you in the right direction for a fee. You know what I'm saying? Cause it's your bitch who would do it for you. Cause I'm not doing it no more. And but I do know somebody who does do a great job, and she'll do it great. Let me stop lying. Let me stop lying. I'm about to pick it back up again, and I gotta work, and that's gonna be a fee. I'm gonna become real expensive soon. Oh, I'm already expensive. I'm finna become expensiver, okay? So yeah, that's it. How I heal my trauma. Choose one. Therapy. Go to therapy. That is a therapy helps, okay? And get you a therapist that looks like you and has the same religious background, or does not let their religious affiliations get in your shit. Because I'm telling you right now, mind you, I would give y'all like the tea, like, you know, outside of like spiritual shit and cause that's just too deep. Therapy is the easiest one to say. Get you a therapist that looks like you and somebody that, you know, you can feel like you can trust, okay? And it's okay to be a therapy slut. You can date here, there, everywhere, and it'll still be fun. Anyways, so surviving guns. Choose a story. This gonna be the last one, and I'm gonna be done, because I feel like this is kind of fun, and I gotta finish some other shit, and because if I don't start it now, I'm not gonna start it later. So, so basically, I was dating this Jamaican dude, and we was together for a year. This is like the oldest man I dated, okay? So y'all can just, no, he's not the oldest, but he's one of the oldest. He was 57, and I fell in love with the old man, okay? And I know y'all be like, younger girlies don't be doing it. Y'all, I could have ran that man pockets. My grandma called me a dumb fuck for not running his pockets, okay? And after the breakup, I felt like I should have ran that man pockets if I would have known he was going to cheat on me. On me. That was everything to a nigga. Hurt my little fuck ass feelings. But no, so this is what happened. So I was dating this older man. He was 57. We were coming up on like our 8-month shit, right? Mind you, I came back after he cheated. Mind your business, okay? He scared the fuck out of me. So mind you, it was Valentine's Day. I'm thinking, cause you know he's my little secret, you know, cause I'm so quiet with my relationship. Niggas thought I went celibate, baby. Big pimping in the house, baby. You couldn't find this man on me, but you can find that man on me. And his little private groups of clubs, bitch. Yes, you can find me there. Baby, I can keep a secret. Can you? Okay, so anyways, it was Valentine's Day, and he was like, okay, let's go to the little shop thing. So, you know, I'm in his shop. I'm helping him, you know, do the thing. So, you know, I'm thinking it's Valentine's Day. He got a little surprise me at the end of the day. He know I got to go to work. I'm like, what about my Valentine's Day gift? He was like, I ain't get you shit. So, mind you, in the bag seat, I seen the bag, and I was like, so what's this? He was like, that's for my baby mama. I was like, when you got a baby? Because, mind you, we've been dating for 8 months, and so, mind you, my grandma telling me, oh, this man got a wife, this man got a wife, this man got a wife. So, mind you, I'm looking, right? He ain't never been married before, he ain't never da-da-da, right? So I'm like, maybe he got another family somewhere, right? So I'm reaching out, right? Boom. She talking about something. Oh, so mind you, the moment I'm about to reach out to the lady, here go my grandma. Oh, that's the wrong one, girl. But you know what they say, though. He ain't never been married. What dad say? And I'm like, Grandma, you gonna get off my man back. So mind you, for Valentine's Day, so I'm mad now because now I'm like, it's obvious that you cheating. So mind you, he got mad because I didn't want to give it up that night. Because I'm like, you didn't give me up for Valentine's Day. I'm working hard, baby. I'm teaching. I'm coming back to the shop. I'm here. I'm riding and dying, okay? And you ain't riding right now. So mind you, in the middle of the night, his phone go off and he done talking about something. Can you put my phone back on the charger, babe? So because his phone on the side of my bed after I gave it to him. I went on the charger. This man didn't even lock his screen. It's a girl showing him his pussy. He's talking about some, oh, daddy's gonna eat it. Yeah. So I said, so he's Jamaican. So I said, well, wagwan. And I said it wrong just to piss him off. He said, don't do that. I said, and if I don't stop saying wagwan wrong, and he was like, I'm gonna get in your ass. I said, oh my gosh, I'm so scared, Mr. Nigga. I said, what is that? And what you mean, daddy finna eat it? Talking about something you with your girlfriend. Talking about something, okay, you seen I got a side chick. So is you gonna stay or is you gonna go? And I was like, oh my gosh, this man is really testing my gangster. So I said, I'm finna get up. I'm not finna put up with this. I don't gotta put up with this. I'm about to call my Uber. This man pulled the blicky out and take the safety off and put it like literally right here at the temple of my motherfucking head and said, get back in bed and take your ass to sleep. You gonna act like you ain't see shit. This man has a gun up to my head, y'all. Like, bruh, that shit was so scary. I thought this man was gonna pull the trigger, y'all. I got back in bed, y'all. When this man went to sleep, I like snuck out the house, y'all. And I fucking ran. And y'all was like, oh my gosh, but y'all said you was together for a year. You said this happened at 8 months. Yeah, it happened at 8 months, but the nigga came, like, literally, the nigga came to my house and nobody knew that we was talking, and he asked for me. And so my grandma was like, oh, you talking to my grandbaby. And so he revealed himself. And then people was like, oh, I didn't know that you was with him. And so I was like, oh, I don't know this man. It's weird, right? To try to get him to leave me alone. This man literally waited till I came home. And he was sitting on my porch. So my grandma was like, oh, I can always come in the house. And he was like, no, I want to sit on the porch. It took me like 2 hours to get home from the porch. Him, my grandma, everybody sitting outside the house. And I'm like, oh, hi. And I'm like, ooh. Mind you, I'm coming home, but I'm with my cousin, and he ain't never met my male cousin before. So me and my male cousin, we joining and we clowning on each other. And he like, oh, so who is this? Your little boyfriend. So my cousin's like, man, get your old ass away from me, bruh. Like, who the fuck is this nigga? I ain't even tell my cousin what happened that night. Oh, I'm just... So I'm just like, oh, just... And I said, I'll talk to you later. He was like, all right, cuz I don't know who the fuck this nigga is. So mind you, I told him that it's the ex. He talking about some, oh, that little goofy ass nigga dog. Talking about some, man, I'm finna go in his shit next time I see him. So mind you, the next time he see him, it was me, my cousin, and it's my grandma. And it's the old man because he back at the house. This man put a gun out on me again, y'all, in my room, and said if I was to scream, he was going to pull the trigger and shoot me. This man said it ain't over till he said it's over. Y'all, I literally had to call the police, like, one night just to get a restraining order on this man because this man kept on coming back, like, by my job, everything. So when I say, y'all, call the police, y'all, if y'all can, like, if you could get away, please call the police and file for and please, for the first time, y'all, because that shit was so scary, y'all. I thought I was gonna die like so many times, y'all. Like, oh my gosh, y'all. When I say it's nothing like having a gun pointed at like here, bruh, that shit is y'all. So now when niggas be like, and I done been shot at before, man, that shit is scary. I've had a very dangerous life. I could say that, and it's my fault sometimes, and sometimes it's not. But mm-mm. Now that's some traumatizing shit, bro. Like, but I can honestly say, like, on some real shit, just like, if y'all ever get in a situation where, like, a nigga is, like, really on some murder, kill shit, like, the moment you get a chance, like, distance yourself. Like, it took me 3 months after that, man, because he kept on coming, y'all. And I'm talking about, I literally had to put this man in jail because I got a restraining order out on him. Literally, he still kept on coming around. Every time I call the police, he be gone. So, y'all, this man tried to put his hands on me, I think, one time, and somebody seen it. They called the police, y'all. And because they had, like, the statement and everything else, y'all, this man finally went to jail. Oh, my gosh, y'all. I was just getting bullied, y'all. These older men don't be saying sometimes, and they be thinking like it be back in the old day. Like, my grandma may have put up with this shit, bitch, but it won't be me. I'm not finna sit around while you bust me upside the head. And then I told my grandma what happened, and my grandma told me the next time a nigga do some shit, if you a girly, I'm gonna tell you what to do. Just come in my inbox and I got you, stinker butt. But yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. That's it for this video. I hope y'all have fun. I had fun. Gang shit. That's the video. Oh, I'm so warm right now. I'm back.